Great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Barnes and Sohan, your small and power forwards. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. 5 on the clock. Here's Sohan. They grab their own miss. And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Now here's Curry. Not a lot of room. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
The 3 from Barnes. And he buries his first look.
We all know that Fox can score, but there he is reminding you that he can also drop some dimes.
RJ, with Harrison Barnes on the roster, a team can count on durability and reliability.
Oh, and don't forget about the veteran leadership he brings to the table. You can't underestimate how important it is to have a champion and a veteran like that in your locker room.
Inside. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
Look at Fox fearlessly going inside, hunting for a higher percentage look.
Green, the pass to Payton. Up top, Curry. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here's Wembanyama. Down low. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
And it's hammered home by Green.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Here's Castle. Out to Fox. And there's a pick. Pass to Barnes. The 3. Buries it from 3. Barnes has got 6 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Here's Curry, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. He's got 7.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Warriors trail by 8. 1:19 left now in the first quarter. It's tipped. And he banks in the layup.
Not just a jump shooter, Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
The three from Wembanyama. Rebounded by Green.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
The three ball. That's good from Curry on the assist by Green. Curry's got 12 points in the game. Sohan, left side, out to the wing. Picked up by Sohan. To the wing on the left. Takes the three. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Golden State. They trail by 3. Pass to Butler. Green, a screen. And it's Butler off the drive.
You see how effective Butler is driving inside. The combination of muscle and athleticism is tough to stop.
And it's Fox with the jam.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score. So.
And that one's good. Green. Outside Wembanyama. 1 second left. Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. He made a big impact. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
They've got Buddy Hield. He's out there with Moody. And it's Post in at the center position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. You know, after playing as a starter most of his career, Keldon Johnson showed he can act as a sixth man if needed, Richard.
Not every player can make that switch mentally. Johnson brings the same energy as a starter as he does to the second unit. It's a great attitude on that young man.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Uh-oh, Kuminga on the take. And Kuminga throws it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Venom, nice start for him, sinking his first shot. Golden State has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Hield passes to Kuminga. Post shot, no good. Well, San Antonio shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Passy, good.
Passes like this demonstrate leadership. Vassell wanting to find his open teammates.
Hield from outside. Rebound San Antonio.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pulls up. The rebound by Post. The Warriors trailing. And here's Kuminga for 3. Here's Santos. Second shot opportunity. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Kuminga. Pass to Post. 4-3. And again, no good by Golden State. San Antonio leading. Vassell left side. There's a screen. Rebounded by Hield.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Jacks up with 3. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Outstanding jumper from Buddy.
The Spurs have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
4 on the clock. Here's Vassell. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Golden State has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Santos, good.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
Spurs trail by 3. Here's Bassi. And rebound by Post. Post has got 4 rebounds now. Oh, here's Moody with a drive. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Not enough room to get just like an easy layup.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. San Antonio's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Vassell. Hits a 3-pointer. Vassell's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Much more comfortable from deep. Vassell finding that stroke.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Kuminga. There's a screen. Healed on the wing. Clock at 6. Back to Kuminga. Ooh, Kuminga! So deadly at the rim.
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone to look, not just himself.
Bassi, the pass to Champagny. To the middle from short range. And he takes the feet in stride and slams it home.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Kuminga goes in. Kuminga! Not to be denied. Punches it home.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Warriors ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So on the floor for San Antonio, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Butler against Barnes. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the night. That free throw good from Barnes. The Warriors leading. Here's Curry. 12 points for him. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama. 7'4". Skill. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled. With how much Draymond moves in the offensive end, Green gets a lot of dunk opportunities.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Curry looking it over. Shots blocked.
Yeah, the reach is amazing. Sohan will get his fair share of blocks during his career.
Outside for Wembanyama. Barnes passes to Fox. Barnes the screen. Shot clock at 5. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one. Curry with it. Outside for Butler. Payton with a screen on Barnes. And here's Butler outside. Sohan with a rebound. San Antonio leading by 4. Barnes with it. Green picks him up. Wembanyama pass to Barnes. There's the triple. Wembanyama, no good. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. And here's Butler outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. San Antonio's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. And Fox powers it home.
Explosive move by Fox, and if you're the defense, you've got to come to expect that.
Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 12-4 run. Three-pointer, Fox. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Warriors trail by 4. Right side, Curry. Outside for Butler. And it's Butler knocking down the 3.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Launches a 3. He drops it from range. Wembanyama's got 12.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Sohan outside. There's the drive. And the powerful one-handed slam.
So assertive on the take. Sohan is relentless when he sees a lane open up.
And here's Curry for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Got a piece of it. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Inside. Jackson Davis with it. He's against Sohan. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. On defense, the Spurs. 6-point lead. And here's Kuminga for 3. Fires, hitting the triple. 9 points in the game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Vassell. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. And the Spurs lead by 6.
The response. Devin Vassell saying, I can hit a 3 too.
Here's Hield. And the layup is good off the glass. Hield's got his second basket of the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
They set the screen. Here's Vassell. Out left to the wing. Pass to Champagny. Vassell, a screen on Kuminga. 6 to shoot. Vassell against Hield. Vassell, he's open. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Vassell's got 10 points.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Hield for 3. And so the San Antonio Spurs leading by 6 as we wrap up the... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Moody is out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga, and it's post in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors 5. Back to Moody. Got a hand on it. Back come the Spurs in transition. Vassell outside. Lets it go from deep. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Golden State needs to get off a shot. Moody misses. Spurs lead by 12. Here's Champagny. Here's Vassell. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Here's Santos. They can't stop the run with that one. San Antonio has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And Post gets it to go.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
The Spurs have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Here's Venom, guarded by Hield. Johnson on the wing for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Post has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Moody. Here's Post. Fires it. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Now here's Vassell. Right side Johnson. Champagny, the pass to Johnson. Vassell outside. Spurs need to get one up here. Venom. That 3's off the mark. Warriors trail by 12. Here's Hield. And the layup falls.
Nice move. Hield showing he's not just a three-point shooter.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. 17 points was their biggest margin. Good work there as it goes.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
To the paint. Puts it up. Moody misses.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Vassell outside. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Yep, that one goes.
Man, when Vassell hit his stride tonight, he just kept going. This man is relentless.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Spurs.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Devin Vassell.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Fires the 3. Champagny shot is off. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
And Post gets it to go. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Vassell. Knocks down the long J. And the Spurs lead by 12.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Substitution on the court.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Jackson Davis, a screen. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Exceptional effort on the road.
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Joel Embiid out there with Yabusele. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in its small forward.
That's Curry's game. I mean, you can't give him a sliver of daylight out there.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Green. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
It's stolen by Green. Left side Curry. Softly drops in the floater. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Boy, Curry is just such a fabulous shot maker. Really knows how to adjust his motion for any distance or defense.
Kept alive. Pass to Yabusele. Inside and stolen by Butler. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Jackson Davis. Payton passes to Green. The offensive rebound. Payton kicks to Green. This one for three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
Yabusele, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I did get a chance to catch up with the Warriors head coach. Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, you know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan. We'll see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Butler against Embiid. Jackson Davis in the corner. Back to Curry. Trying to find Jackson Davis and gets it to him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The 76ers trail by 8. They set the pick. Here's Maxey. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. Drains the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And there's Green on the assist by Curry. Green's got 6.
Inside, Green can be very aggressive and physical, allowing him to do work scoring the ball.
Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
Boy, this big guy, Joel Embiid, is a center with an awesome dunking arsenal.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Now, here's Maxey. Still without a basket. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Grimes. From past the arc. Drills the three-pointer. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Green dishes to Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Maxey passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Thunderous throwdown that time from Joel Embiid.
Green kicks to Curry. They set the pick. The 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Payton passes to Curry. Buries the jump shot. And it's 13 points for Stephen Curry.
On the offensive end, Curry, both prolific and efficient.
Here's Grimes. And the layup falls. Grimes has got 5 now.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Warriors ahead. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Buddy Hield. He's out there with Moody. And it's Post in at the center, locking down the middle. Santos, the pass to Kuminga. Good on the three-point shot.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Edwards passes to Drummond. Beyond the arc. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Edwards.
And not the tightest D right there, and he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Warriors leading by 3. 2 free throws coming up, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
At the line for the Dubs, Post taking 2 shots. For NBA rules, the play is under video review. 2 minutes allowed to review
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
You know, you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. There's the triple. It's the three-point bomb. Lowry's got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
Off the run, and Kuminga puts it in. Kuminga's got 9 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Drummond. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
Right wing. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. It's tipped and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's McCain. And again, it's Philadelphia. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. Kuminga dishes to Heel. Kuminga, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And Edwards slams it in.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Kuminga. They kick out to Heel. Connects from three-point range. Heel's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gas to Grimes. Now the Warriors moving it up. Up top, Heel. Now here's Looney. Defended by Drummond. Here's Santos. Kuminga kicks it to Looney. Just 3 to shoot. Got it up. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And that is massive.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Abusele out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. The lead is 2. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Butler from outside. Paul George grabs the miss. Philadelphia has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Well, you really have.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise and a
At the line for the 76ers.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, all credit goes to Curry with the fast hands right there. Makes a great read at the defensive end and then gets his team out in transition.
Stolen. Oubre against Curry. Oubre, a screen on Butler. Here's George, and Butler sends it back.
One of the most determined defenders you ever see, and pretty good at it as well. Butler all over that one.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Maxey. And the 3 ball is good. Maxey's got 5.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Here we go, one-on-one. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And great hustle from Maxey in the open court, getting there on the fast break.
Butler from outside. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Maxey looking it over.
Remaining in the third, 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the third quarter. Driving to the basket. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Line for the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey, taking 2 shots. For NBA rules, the play is under video.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day." Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Jackson Davis. Butler with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Curry with the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Maxey. And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Tipped away. Paul George with the steal. And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. At the top of the key, Oubre. No coverage that time. Now it's a 6-point 76ers lead.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Curry finds Green. Out to Payton. Clock at 6. Pass to Curry. Launches it. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now, here is George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the 76ers. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Moses Moody is out there with Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Santos in at the 3 spot.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Drummond a screen. Lobbed up there for Drummond. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Grimes. They grab their own miss, and Drummond kicks to Edwards. Pass to McCain. They set the screen. Goes up again. Back to Edwards. Here's Grimes. And he dunks it down.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally. It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Here's Kuminga. Finished off the break.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Drummond. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Not backing away from the physicality of the game, Drummond is never afraid of getting hit when he's trying to score.
Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. And he's good on the second. And talking about Buddy Hield, he is someone you can definitely count on. He can score from any place.
Yeah, he's got great range, and his durability is just as impressive as his stroke. You know, most seasons, Buddy Hield plays in 80 or more games, and that is very much a rarity these days. And he's also a 40% career shooter from 3. So he can space the floor, and you know he's going to be on the floor whenever his game's out. Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass, just sailed it right out of bounds.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Butler sets a screen for Curry. Butler finds Green. Outside for Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 4 assists now tonight. Embiid the screen. Fades and shoots. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You like Embiid's confidence and willingness to step up in the big moment.
Curry with a wide open look. Another 3 for Golden State.
When you need a big bucket, Curry knows exactly how to come through. Clutch.
Here's George. Second chance shot. Outside, Maxey. And stolen by Payton. And Payton throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Here's Curry. And foul on the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
At the line for the Warriors, Stephen.
And I think when it comes to some of the action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off. Guys?
Thank you, David. The free throw drops for Green.
Hey, those and one plays can really be backbreakers in a close game.
Embiid with the screen on Payton. Maxey passes to Embiid. My goodness, Joel Embiid. Spectacular.
Nothing new for Embiid here, going off for a big scoring performance, par for the course.
It's blocked. George looking around. Pass to Embiid. Outside for George. shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And the quickness and change of pace of Curry makes him tough to stop.
So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Here's Maxey. Embiid trying to break loose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than layups, so I'd agree with you there. They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Butler against Maxey. Now here's Curry. He's tightly guarded.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
It's not over yet.
It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
Now Curry. Pass to Green. Outside for Curry. That will count. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. We've got George. Abusele out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Maxey in at the point guard. Green gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Kelly Oubre.
These kinds of buckets are what get Green hyped up. He takes a lot of pride and pleasure in cooking the defense.
Maxey against Payton. 2 points. That one goes.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here's Jackson Davis. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the 76ers. George has got his 7th rebound here tonight. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Pass to Green. Overtime still getting started here. Just about a minute in. Jacks up a three. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
You've got to respect Green at the arc. If he gets open out there, he can make you pay.
Embiid punches it down.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Shots good by Green.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Maxey's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Outside, Green. A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. Curry finds Green. It's deflected. Here's Abusele. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Three-pointer. Hits the 3.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Green with a screen for Curry. Back to Green. Now here's Curry. On the wing. Oubre pulls it in. And here are the 76ers now. Back to George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious. You see why they trust Curry. I mean, give him the rock and let him make a play.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside for George. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Curry can't get it to go. Puts up a deep three. So the 76ers win it. They escape with a victory. Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
If you like slow pace. Basket. You've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got Paul George. He's out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. 6 on the shot clock. Sohan, left side, launches it. Rebound by Philadelphia. George scanning the floor.
Tackle. First personal foul. First team foul.
Ball stolen.
A sloppy pass. Have to be more precise than that.
Now here's Barnes, guarded closely. From deep, Wembanyama drops in the 3.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games. Last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Fox kicks it out to Barnes. Let's go with a 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Lowry against Fox. Pass to Grimes. Embiid, a screen on Barnes. Grimes' shot is off.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Beyond the arc. And Grimes pulls it down. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. The free throw drops for Embiid.
Molding himself into one of the most dominant centers in the league, Embiid has really come into his own.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me, and the conversation quickly turned to Embiid. Coach said we know he can be unstoppable, but we're hoping to slow him down just a little. Double teams might be a part of that, but I don't want to give away all of our tricks, so it sounds like Joel can expect a lot of defensive pressure tonight.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. From deep, Wembanyama sinks the tray. Wembanyama's got 6.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
San Antonio's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Back to Barnes. Fires for 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Barnes has got his second basket.
You got to be impressed with Fox's court awareness. He has a feel for when one of his guys is uncovered.
Here's Grimes. He's guarded by Barnes. There's a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
George outside. Fires from deep. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
76ers trail by 4. Back to Embiid. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
He's so tough to stop. Even when you hit Embiid, he possesses the strength to muscle shots in.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor. Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
Here's Yabusele. He's covered by Fox. And the bucket is good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
San Antonio's gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Takes a 3. Wembanyama, no good. The Sixers trailing. And he drives in. Here's Grimes. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Embiid. Another shot. Out to the right wing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 5. Lowry, the pass to George. Here's the break. From deep, Wembanyama gets the 3 to fall. Wembanyama's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
The baskets were coming early. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
So, on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Kelly Oubre out there with Edwards. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, great finish from Johnson, leaving no room for error with the slam.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie.
Kelly Oubre Jr.
San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Here's Drummond. The rebound by the Spurs. Vassell outside. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
Now here's Maxey. Defense right on him. Drummond. The kick out to Maxey. This one for 3. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
They get it back, out to the wing. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Maxey, that's good. Ooh.
high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Maxey against Vassell. And there's a pick. To the left wing. Here's Bassi. Up and in on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
To the inside. Drummond. The kick out to Maxey. And he dunks it down.
Such an explosive athlete. Maxey saw his chance and took it right to the rim.
Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. And offensively, a pretty good three-point shooter. But his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot. Well, that's about as high percentage a look as Drummond's going to get. Nice job inside.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Vassell. He buries it from 3. And now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Here's Venom to the left side wing. And stolen by Edwards. Maxey against Vassell. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's got 13 points now in the quarter.
But what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
San Antonio's got it going from distance in the second quarter. 4 of 5 from deep. Vassell. And he was fouled. Well, and they're not happy with the call here. Coach is given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
How many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review?
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so Vassell nails both of them. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter, I hear, too.
Good-looking guy.
Here's Venom. On the wing, Vassell. Hands it from the wing. Vassell's got 10 points in the quarter.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Maxey attacking. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And here's Oubre from the arc. Here's Drummond. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Drummond's got 5 points.
Well, he knew the contact was coming. Drummond took it anyway and finished.
Champagny, the pass to Vassell. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Oubre. It'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Devin Vassell has been off. Ali, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan headcourt shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
Sohan and Wimby are the bigs. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Barnes in at the 3. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Now here's George. Yabusele kicks it to George. From deep. San Antonio with a rebound. Here's Castle. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, and when Castle gets going to the hoop, good luck getting in front of him.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything and ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Brian, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a 3-point Spurs lead. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle?
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Yabusele. Back to Embiid. Screen by Embiid. Lowry outside. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Yabusele. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Wembanyama. Screen on Lowry. Barnes finds Wembanyama. Back to Barnes. Outside for Wembanyama. Fires the 3. Paul George pulls down the board. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. It's a 1-point game. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Grimes. Still without a bucket. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. For San Antonio, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Fox. Takes it inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 1.
And one of the quickest players in the league, Fox gets to the hoop in a hurry.
And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
So San Antonio ends up going with a new group. San Antonio again missing. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
Biyombo with it. He's picked up by Edwards. From downtown, here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Maxey finds Drummond. Back to Maxey. Here's McCain. To the paint. Outside Maxey. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. McCain shot is off. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. It'll be a jump ball. '76ers foul. McCain. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Vassell. He's got 10. Fires the 3. Drummond grabs the miss. The Sixers trailing. For 3, Maxey. Pure from three-point range. Maxey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
Knocks down the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Edwards. Still no points. And Edwards slams it in. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
They set the pick. On the wing, Vassell. He got it up. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. San Antonio trailing here. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. We've got Kyle Lowry, Edwards out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's George, and it's Grimes in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Edwards. Pass to Lowry. Back to Edwards. Here's Grimes. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Castle. And for San Antonio, their shooting has been great this game. 58%. Wembanyama with it. Picked up by Lowry. The 3 from Barnes. And there's the call on Jeremy Sohan. That's his third foul so far. The Spurs making a switch here. Vassell's checked in. Oubre, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Lowry. Here's Maxey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
San Antonio with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Oubre. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Castle. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama, screen on Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Oubre finds Maxey. Stolen by Vassell. Left side Barnes. Pass to Castle. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 1. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for San Antonio?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. The The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Embiid. Oh, look out! Joel Embiid with a power jam.
One thing you can say about Embiid, he never shrinks from the moment.
Vassell passes to Barnes. And here's Sohan. Back to Barnes. Outside for Wembanyama. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the three.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Maxey passes to Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Drives to the hoop, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, this kid, Castle, loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
Now here's Maxey. Oubre on the wing. A minute 15 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Maxey. It goes. He's 10 for 13. So much confidence.
Tyrese Maxey lives for these moments. Loves coming through in the clutch.
Wembanyama, screen on Maxey. Vassell passes to Sohan. Off target with the three. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. George, right side. Pass to Grimes. Driving in. Money.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Castle. And knocks down the three.
Oh, the young man showing composure down the stretch. Big points from Castle in a big moment.
Maxey passes to Embiid. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And it's Sohan off the drive. Count it!
That right there, a huge basket from Sohan, showing absolute fearlessness in the clutch.
Back to Maxey. And he sinks it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within one. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Philadelphia with another miss. It's off. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. What a performance they had.
All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Stephen Curry's out there with Payton, and it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Green dishes to Curry. Pulls up on the wing, and he hits the jump shot.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Barnes screen on Curry. Lets the 3 fly. Castle misses.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And it's off from 3-point range. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Wembanyama. From outside the arc, Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star. Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but he was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now here's Curry from deep. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Pass to Barnes. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Hands it from downtown.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Out of hand on it, and that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Barnes looking around. No good from outside. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Green passes to Curry. Back to Green. Curry is inside. The kick outside to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. And the wide open shot from Green. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake. It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Here's Butler. Shoots over Fox. Butler, no good. San Antonio trailing here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Warriors have found something with Draymond Green and Trace Jackson Davis inside. Green says, with the rim protected by Trace, I can just play off instinct and read the game. Jackson Davis says, being able to interchange with him is great. The things he teaches me has helped my game a lot. Kevin?
I'd love to hear those stories. Thanks, David. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. There's the drive. Plays it up and banks it in. Fox has got 5.
You see how dangerous De'Aaron Fox can be when he uses that speed.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Wembanyama. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, And those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Yeah, what really sets Draymond apart is that tenacity. I mean, he never stops fighting you. I mean, any second he's on the floor, he's competing and he's coming at you.
Here's Green, back to Curry. Green finds Curry. They kick it out to Green, 20 feet out. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the basket by San Antonio. Curry, good. 12 points for him.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
San Antonio leading by 3. Over to the wing. Back to Fox. Barnes against Butler. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. 7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Fires the 3. It's Butler that time on the assist by Curry.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for San Antonio?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
They've got Keldon Johnson and it's Champagnie in at the 4. So that's who San Antonio starts the second round. Here's the pick. Here's Branham. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Pass to Kuminga for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kuminga's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
San Antonio making a switch here. Bassey's checked in. Here's Vassell. That one's in, his first shot this game.
No, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
The shot's good.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Bassett. Here's Branham. Scoreless thus far. 5 on the clock. Here's Vassell. For the 3. Up again. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Healed from outside. The second chance effort. Pass to Looney. They kick out to Hield. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Shoots it. Kuminga, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long. Buddy Hield, used to him shooting, that time soaring.
Here's Bassett. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Champagnie. Here's Vassell. Here he goes. Here's Branham. Good on the triple. Branham's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Now, here's Vassell. He has 5. Johnson from outside. It's rebounded by Kuminga. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Pass to Santos. Drops in the layup for 2. Santos has got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Champagny, defended by Kuminga. Out to the right wing. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Vassell wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Vassell's got 8 points. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change, it's 6 already.
Here's Looney. Drops in the tray. And the Warriors lead by 2.
How about that? Kevon Looney able to knock down the three-pointer, expanding his game.
Pass to Champagny. Kuminga against Johnson. Out left to the wing. Here's Branham. Trying to get open as Johnson. It's rebounded by Kuminga. 23 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Moody. San Antonio with the rebound. Poke loose. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And then Johnson with the jam.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
2 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Vassell hits them both. Here's Kuminga. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Payton is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. You know, Brent, De'Aaron Fox. I mean, how do you cover him?
Well, Kevin, the first thing I do is ask for help. I keep my other defenders aware that I'm not going to slow this guy down at any point. So try to get him to his offhand, which is his right hand, and then make sure that he's taking more shots and not being in transition, because that's where De'Aaron Fox is at his best.
And stolen by Butler. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good, and now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Clock is at 3. Here's Green. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
San Antonio leading. Barnes outside to the wing right side. They double team Wembanyama. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Outside, Fox. Barnes outside. Wembanyama finds Barnes. Here's Sohan. Here's Castle. Pass to Sohan. Cranes the three-pointer. Sohan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And how about the vision from Castle, spotting that opening and making the pass on time.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. And it's Fox with the ball for San Antonio. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Now, Sohan. Here's Castle, guarded by Curry. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Warriors trail by 4. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Well, the whole arc is within Barnes' skill set. Can't let him find these openings.
Curry kicks to Green. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Curry. Curry gets it to go inside.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Fox finds Wembanyama. Here's Castle. The kick out to Barnes. Pass to Castle. And he slams it one-handed.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Butler dishes to Green. Back to Butler. They kick it out to Green. Butler sets a screen for Green. And rattles out the dunk. You know, the layup might have been a better shot for him. Outside for Wembanyama. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors trail by 4. Count it, and the foul. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Good focus there from Steph Curry, muscling past the defense. Yeah, I said it, muscling to get the contact.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Spurs have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. The Warriors making a switch here. Hield's checked in. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Vassell outside. Takes it inside. Champagnie passes to Bassi. 6 to shoot. Johnson, that's for 2. Releases from the wing and drills it. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Kuminga kicks to Hield. Pass to Moody. The rebound by Champagnie. Spurs leading by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Bassi, the pass to Vassell.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here's Champagnie. 1 second left, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And the game's. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Devin Vassell, and it's Branham in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink
in the moment.
Now take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Healed outside. Drills it from outside. And the Warriors lead by 1. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Warriors.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Johnson sets the screen for Vassell. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. It's a one-point game. That three off the mark. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Johnson surveying the floor. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
Can't allow Johnson to get that deep. Once he's there, he's going to be able to score.
Moody the pass to Hield. Banked in off the glass.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
It's stolen by Hield. Pass to Kuminga. Hield sets the pick for Kuminga. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
At the line for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga. 2 shots.
And this is the time.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Both good from the line that time. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Wembanyama, a screen on Hield. Vassell with it. Kuminga picks him up. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Knocked away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. And there's Butler with the flush.
And Jimmy Buckets is alive.
Outside for Curry. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. They kick it out to Green. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jackson Davis. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the ball goes out of bounds.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Butler. Now Green, defended by Sohan. Takes a three. And the Warriors miss again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Castle misses. And so here is Golden State. 6-point lead. From the arc. And that's good. Stephen Curry for three.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Wembanyama passes to Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Curry attacking. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Curry wide open, and another three for Golden State. And stolen by Wembanyama. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They seem... David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the small forward position.
Zero fear in Green's game. Loves mixing it up down low.
And here are the Sixers now. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Nice move. Grimes. Rebounded by Green. And here are the Warriors now. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. I asked him about Jimmy Butler and what his defensive scheme is for him, and coach said to not let him bully us from the interior and mid-range. We want to push him as far out as possible. We have to play tough. Let's see if they're able to accomplish this, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Nice pass by Embiid, smartly taking advantage of a wide-open man.
The three from Curry. Paul George pulls down the board.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Grimes' shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. They also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Embiid. Rebounded by Butler. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by... Green.
With how much Draymond moves on the offensive end, Green gets a lot of dunk opportunities.
George drives in, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Curry's shot is off. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Maxey with it. Payton covering. Back to George. There's a screen. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Green. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Got to reward the big man Green for running the floor. Excellent execution.
Maxey surveys. Pass to Embiid. It's stolen by Looney. The kick out, Curry. Here's the 3. He buries it from 3.
Knocked down from the corner. That's just a walk in the park for Curry.
Embiid, a screen on Green. Down low. The kick out to Maxey. Oubre, a screen on Payton. Maxey passes to Oubre. 5 to shoot. Late clock, the Sixers need to pull one up here. Sinks it from distance.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
76ers trail by 3. And when we talk about players who impact winning, Draymond Green is high on that list, RJ.
And the amazing thing, his career scoring average is in the single digits. Draymond does it with his passing and directing the defense and gives his teams energy.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Philadelphia has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Maxey with it, now guarded by Butler. George against Payton. Here's Embiid. Looney with some nice D.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Right side, Curry. Drops in the 3. Curry's got 6.
Defensively, you have to be aware of Curry in that set.
Maxey finds George. To stop the run. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Kevon Looney picks one up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
Green against George, and it's Green off the drive, and Grimes pulls it down. And here's Oubre from the arc. No good on the buzzer beater. Draymond Green has been on display for the Warriors. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. They've got Buddy Hield. Kevon Looney is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Moses Moody, and it's Santos in at the 3.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Knocks it down from distance.
And that's what Hield is paid to do, stretch the floor for this offense.
We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Fires in the triple. Santos has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Edwards can't hit. The Warriors lead by 6. Hield passes to Kuminga. Here's Santos. Outside Moody. Outside Kuminga. Stolen by Lowry. Fast break, Philadelphia. And laid in to finish off the break.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Golden State foul. Santos. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
Here's McCain. 6 points for him. Beyond the arc.
Some agile defense from Hield, not allowing the shooter to slip by him.
Hield with the defensive effort. Right wing. Outside Moody. Pass to Hield. From the elbow. Yes, on the jumper. Hield's got 5 points now in the quarter. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
And he makes it.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Here's Kuminga. Pass to Jackson Davis. Hield against Lowry. And it's Hield missing. 76ers trail by 4. Edwards for 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Back to Hield from deep. The rebound by Yabusele.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Drummond. Out to the right wing. Here's McCain. They get the rebound. Here's Drummond to the wing, right side. Inside, and another shot. Yabusele buries it from 3. He's got 5. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Pass to Hield, looking to win the run. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
Now here's Lowry. Here's McCain. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Out to Lowry. Over to the left wing. McCain shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Kuminga, the pass to Hield. Outside Kuminga. 3-pointer. Second chance effort. Here's Jackson Davis. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Jackson Davis has gotten his first basket of the night.
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone a look, not just himself.
For 3, Lowry. Second chance shot. Edwards, the pass to Lowry. Back to Edwards. Tries again. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Warriors ahead, up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, one guy who's getting it done is Draymond Green.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
They've got Joel Embiid. Paul George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Butler with a steal. And here's Green from the arc. It's rebounded by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 2-point game. Oubre can't hit. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. But Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
The Warriors have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Launches it from deep. Rebound by the 76ers. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Oh, it's stolen by Butler. In transition, here come the Warriors. The 3 from Curry. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. He's all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Outside, Green. No good with the triple. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And it's Maxey missing.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Oh, Curry, a sick triple.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Puts up a three. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got 4 rebounds in the game. Green on the attack, and it's hammered home by Green.
Draymond with the assertiveness off the drive.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Here's Green. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. A leaner. No good off the glass. Philadelphia's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. George, good.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact and to his finish.
Pass to Curry. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. And here's Butler outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
Oh, it's stolen by Butler. In transition, here come the Warriors. Curry finds Payton. Now Green. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Can't get it to fall. Pass to Embiid. Embiid just too tall inside.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
To the middle. Outside, Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit.
Whoa!
Nice!
What a huge jam!
Gracious!
Big time right there.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. 76ers trail by 5. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Heald's checked in. With the drive. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Kuminga with a screen on Lowry. Here's Hield. Pass to Kuminga. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. It could go. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the floor for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's Moses Moody. Then it's Buddy Hield. And it's Santos in at the 3. Pass to McCain. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. That one on Hield.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the 76ers. The lead is 2. Out to the wing. Drummond passes to Edwards. Back to Drummond. Here's Yabusele. And Drummond with the jam.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to draw Drummond as my assignment inside. You body him up, pack him, it still has no effect on him.
Kuminga with it. Picked up by Lowry. Down low. Pass to Santos from the arc. On target from range.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's McCain. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
Hield passes to Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
The find from Buddy Hield. I'd like to see him do that more. Spread the ball.
Oh, throw it down. Wow.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Pass to Drummond. Lowry outside. Here's McCain. Drummond to screen on Hield. Shot clock at 6. The putback. The shot won't fall. The Warriors trailing. Here's Santos. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
Shooting for Golden State, Santos. One shot. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. There will be a 2-minute review to the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
A physical scoring guard. Maxey is at home on the inside.
Outside for Green. Here he goes. Back to Curry. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Maxey on the wing, guarded by Payton. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Butler's checked in for Santos. Here's Grimes. Kicks it to George. Shot clock at 5. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
This team counts on George to deliver points. His consistency under pressure is key to their offense.
Here's Green. Looney against Embiid. The 3 from Curry. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Pass to Green. Now here's Curry. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist of the night. Well, the 76ers shooting has been good. Around 52% from the field. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy lives for these moments.
Payton passes to Curry. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. The Sixers lead by 3. George, a screen on Payton. Maxey passes to George. Money!
This dude is nails in the clutch. You want your best shot at winning at the end, give the ball to PG.
And here's Curry for 3. And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Embiid kicks it to George, and it's going to be a 3-second call. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Curry passes to Butler. The kick out, Curry. Pass to Green. George with it. Green picks him up. Oubre passes to Maxey. We've got 13 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Grimes. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Oubre. It's stolen by Looney. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
Here's Green from the arc. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Rich.
And on paper, Greg. This might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. And it's Fox, then there's Harrison Barnes, and it's Champagnie in at the 2 guard.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Ball's knocked loose. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And it's Fox with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And Embiid throws it down.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Embiid with the bucket.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Wembanyama finds Fox. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Wow, Fox hitting him right back with that aggressive take.
They double him with Wembanyama. Embiid wide open. Rebound San Antonio.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Here's Wembanyama. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point. Play chance for him.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. Now, I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said, we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Assist from
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Crichton's with the bucket. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Barnes finds Wembanyama. Spurs passing it around. Back to Fox. Just 4 to shoot. To the left wing. Here's Champagnie. Misses the 3. The 76ers trail by 8. There's the steal. Here's Sohan. That one goes. Count it.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Embiid. He has 5. Oubre on the wing. Back to Embiid. Oubre outside. That's in. Coming off the assist from Embiid.
Nice job finding the open teammate that time. What a pass right there from Embiid.
Here's Champagnie, now recovering. A 3 from Wembanyama. Good on the triple. Wembanyama has got a couple of threes now in the first for San Antonio. Here's Lowry. Outside for George. Fires the 3. The rebound by Champagnie. Spurs leading by 11. Pass to Sohan. Fox against Lowry. With the teardrop. Fox, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
That's good from Lowry on the assist by George.
A little role reversal here for Lowry. Typically, Kyle is the one setting others up.
Wembanyama looking it over. Off target at the rim. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He comes away with a... And thanks again. And for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stands for San Antonio.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Johnson. Castle is out there with Devin Vassell. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Bassey in at the 4 slot. Biyombo kicks to Vassell. Shoots it up. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Vassell's got his first basket of the night.
And such a solid player. Devin Vassell is someone you can really trust. Gives you a bit of everything out from that wing position.
Drummond. San Antonio with the rebound. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us. Perfect.
Great pass by Maxey there. This guy really clever at finding ways to get his teammates involved.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Mark, we've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch.
Here's Maxey. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, the defense was looking for something different there. Maxey kept it himself off the pick that time.
Spurs leading by 8. Vassell outside. Pass to Bassi. Back to Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. To the right side. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
They get a hand on it. Vassell outside. Pass to Johnson. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And the 3 off target. The 76ers trail by 5. To the paint. Here's Yabusele. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They made a nice push to keep it close.
Biombo, the pass to Bassi. Hands it from downtown. Bassi's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Down low, Drummond. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Maxey. It's deflected. One-on-one fast break. Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Rocking that rim. Keldon Johnson, a big physical wing.
Right side, Edwards. Here's McCain. Pass to Edwards. Here's McCain. Covered by Vassell. To the middle, Drummond. Rebounded by the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. Around the back and lays it in. And now it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
And nicknamed Big Body, Johnson doesn't shy away from contact, using that size and strength to get through it.
Well, he's just showing off right now. The threes keep falling with no signs of slowing down either.
Here's Bassi. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. And triggers a replay review by the official.
For San Antonio, Charles Bassi taking 2 shots. The play is under video review, under NBA rules.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Oubre. He's out there with Embiid. Paul George is out there with Lowry. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Lowry against Fox. Embiid, the pass to Grimes. Embiid, the screen. Outside for George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
It's a big part of George's game, the three-point shot, and for good reason. I mean, he's a sniper out there.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
So it's San Antonio now. They lead by 7. Wembanyama, a screen on Oubre. Pass to Champagny. Looking for George. He gets it there.
Boy, just a lazy cross-court pass there. You're just begging for that thing to be picked off when you throw it that far across the court. Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is 1 of 1. Hey, thank you for the report. Here's Fox. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 6-point San Antonio lead.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
Embiid finds George. Back to Embiid. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Lowry from outside.
And the fast hands from Fox on defense. He never lets up on the pressure. Really makes you work for the shot.
Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Wembanyama, a screen. Back to Barnes. Clock at 6. Whoops, they pick off the pass. For the finish. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's George.
Barnes is really showing some good work on defense. Outstanding at staying in front of his guy and challenging the shots, making it hard for him.
The 76ers trail by 6. Here's George. Takes it off the glass. And it's 8 points for Paul George.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Barnes screen on Embiid. Here's Wembanyama. Here's Champagny. Count it, good. Champagne's got his third basket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Grimes passes to George. To the inside, Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
A powerful finisher, Oubre Jr. You deserve to get dumped on when you let him get inside.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Off target with his three. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers, trailing by 4. Here's Grimes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Good on the bucket. And that's now 9 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Here's George, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Edwards, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Vassell outside. They set the pick. 29 seconds left in the third. And good that time.
Now, I'm not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Castle. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Vassell. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Vassell's got 4 points in the quarter. Out to the right wing. Teardrop shot. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Spurs lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for San Antonio. Castle is out there with Devin Vassell. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Keldon Johnson. And it's Bassey in at the 4 slot. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wembanyama for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the 76ers making a change here. Maxi's checked in. They get it again. The kick out to Barnes. And the 3 ball is good. Barnes has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Spurs.
Barnes, one of the best catch-and-shoot guys around. Awesome at filling out the defense and then taking advantage of what's available.
Embiid from outside. The rebound by the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, the for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Looking to end the run, and George kicks to Embiid. Embiid the screen. Here's Maxey. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Maxey against Vassell. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Out to the right wing. Sohan finds Vassell. From 17 feet out. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Vassell.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Paul George with the steal. Here's Maxey. Here's Embiid. And George kicks to Oubre. Here's Castle. Puts up a three. Oubre pulls it in. It's George on the wing. Lets it go from deep. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
This is what Paul George does. He looks for any opening on the floor to create opportunities for his team.
Vassell, the pass to Sohan. They set the screen. Back to Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he trims the lead to single digits. 16 points for Paul George.
Because of his incredible scoring ability, many consider George to still be a star.
Vassell drives in. And he lays it straight in. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The three from George. Rebound by Sohan.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Spurs.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Here's Vassell. Good on the three-point shot. Vassell's got the lead up to 13 now for San Antonio.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one was.